Good morning. Got a little thing this morning, real quick. Just gonna pull a set of blades off of a DeWalt mower and get them sharpened, get them put back on. I'm gonna clean out from underneath the deck. So thought I'd bring you along. So kids, hope you enjoy it. Hope it works out for you. Hope you find something that. See if I can. Hey, you can see it. Look at that. So yeah, so right here's, we're going to take that nut off first. Make note of what direction the blade turns, because if you put this on the other way, here, put it on the other way, you're trying to cut with the back of the blade. It's like, yeah, it's like, it's not going to work. So jump over here on the other side. See if this fits up in there. Well, it doesn't really, but alright. Loosen her up. Come on. So on this particular one, there we go. It's got two things that holds the blade from spinning. It's got this configuration of an X that matches up with this, and then it's got these two dowel pins right here, here, and here. Again, this one's going to be pretty simple if you just look at the way that the blade's built. So it's in there like so. So this portion of the blade that has the contour or the bend down, just remember to put it back up. And then this, again, you can see the outline between the two. But if you're putting on a new blade, just remember that these sides go down and the rotation is counterclockwise. So, but yeah, we'll set this down, and we're gonna, did I lose it? There it is. We have the putty knife here. This one's actually pretty clean, but we're just gonna clean out any of the debris. I see debris raining down in the camera. Nothing exciting. Keep the decks clean. I'm going to keep the decks as clean as possible. It allows for them to do, they're designed for vacuum and airflow and whatnot. So if you keep these clean, they kind of do their job better. This one's pretty darn clean. I don't know when the last time it was cleaned. So, all right, well, I'm not looking for brand new, just looking for get the big chunks off. And as long as we got that, I think we're good. So let's get out from underneath this and go. Let's go sharpen us a blade. So I was inspecting this blade when I got it off. Look here at the edge, where it lifts, where it's got the lift for your vacuum under your mower. I was looking at the pitch of this blade right here. I think that's too flat. This is usually laid back farther. I don't know what the actual degrees are, but if you look at a new blade, these are well here. See how this one, I don't know if you can tell very well how this one's laid back. This one is way more straight up. It has more of a straight up pitch versus something like this. This is going to cut way better than this. So let's see if we can dress this up a little bit. Let me get some hearing protection because I'll be grinding on this in a minute. We're going to try not to heat it up and temper this anymore or change the metal at all. Yeah, see, this is the same way. This side's the same way. Look at, yeah, this is actually, this is bent. See that? There's not supposed to be a little whoop-de-doo on both sides, just one side. So I'm gonna see what we can do if we can. Well, it's been like that for a while. Both sides. See this? This is where the grass is. Whoop! This is where the grass has cleaned everything off and kept it clean and taken all the black off. So this isn't supposed to be there. This should be right here. So let's see if we can address that. You said I don't know if I can or not, but yeah, this is definitely a beat up blade. So let's see what we can do. So the neighbor brought his blade over to do the same thing, to get it sharpened. They're exactly the same mounting wise, got the same curve in them. Got the same curve in there. Oops, sorry. So again, they have the same X, same holes for the dowels. I wanted to show you the difference in the two blades. His blade is way better than this blade. So it's not supposed to have that little whoop-de-doo up in it. So, and then if you look at the end where I showed you it was bent, see how flat it is right here? That's what it's supposed to look like. It's not supposed to be U-shaped. So when I go, I'm gonna go get a new blade. But yeah, and then see the pitch that this blade has on it. Let me see if I can come down here. See the pitch this one has on it. And whoever sharpened this last, that's the pitch that they gave it. It's too flat, or it's too straight up and down. Yeah. It won't cut like it's supposed to. It needs to have more of the knife edge on it to allow it to cut the grass. This is just gonna beat the hell out of the grass. So just wanted to bring that back and show y'all. So if you notice this edge right here, this has got nicks on it if you run your hand up and down it. So what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to get these nicks off and put a little bit of an edge on this. So we're going to make a lot of noise. So the way I decide if I have the right pitch, if I'm doing it correctly, see how dark this is right here? As long as this whole face becomes a new piece of metal or shiny metal, let me bring you over here. As long as this piece right here becomes a shiny piece of metal, I know I'm getting the whole face. If you're only touching part of the face, you'll only see only part of it will shine. Here, let me see if I can. So I don't know if you can see that very well. Let me see if I can. But right here is all I touched. That little spot right there on the edge. There it is. I didn't touch the whole thing. That means I'm starting to take the edge from this pitch and I'm turning it up. Don't want to do that. You want to try to keep this pitch the same. Ooh, bring you back over here. There we are. All right, you want to keep this pitch the same, or as close to it as possible. It doesn't have to be exact. got somewhat of an edge on it. This doesn't have to be a really sharp edge. We're not mincing tomatoes with it. So typically after I hit this portion here, I'll flip it over. Just hit that side real quick. It cuts any burrs off. But yeah, it just helps add a little bit of an edge to it. So after that, pretty much that one's sharp. Now, there is one thing that they talk about, I've seen people talk about, is your blade being balanced so you don't get a lot of shake. So just take this is a 1/4 inch drill bit. So stay pretty level. If you cut too much off of one side, one side will be too light and it'll do this teeter-totter thing. But yeah, as long as you're close to that, you'll be dead on. So, but that's pretty much how you sharpen the blades. Again, this is Josh next door. This is the nephew neighbor and his fam. So we're going to go get a new blade for the one that I started on, and his is done. So now we'll go put his back on, and when I come back, I'll have you help me put this one on. So we made it over to Lowe's and we grabbed a new blade, and just to kind of give you the blade doesn't look exactly like this one. This one has this bend in the blade. You can see it here. The one I purchased, I think, is more of a universal blade, but it is still identical to that one, other than it doesn't have these ears or this bend in the blade. Holy smokes. I'm not sure. You would think that these things are made out of some type of unobtainium metal that, you know, is something crazy special, but never thought a simple mower blade would be almost $35. So, but it's been a long time since I've had to purchase a blade. Wow, getting all crazy on me. Yeah, they were nice enough to vacuum pack the blade. Yeah. So if you look at I mean, it's pretty much exactly the same. Let me flip it over. It's got the same holes. This one's, like I said, it's kind of universal for the different, these little different dowels that go in, and maybe there's a bigger bolt that goes in or something. I don't know. But again, it's got the same bends in it for the blade, same pitch, same lift. I mean, pretty much identical. So I'm like, that, and it's the only one they had look like this. So it came with this spare part. Not 1,000% sure. All right, this looks like it goes on the this looks like it's going to go up on the bottom of the mower, and we'll get there in a minute. So it looks like it's going to want to sit similar to this. But I think it's, if you have that particular starfish, whatever the hell you want to call it, this particular pattern on your crankshaft. So I don't think I need this. think all I need is this and the parts that go up underneath. See, these are extra parts that I don't think we need. So these look like they'll fit. Again, depending on what you have, these look like these will fit somehow. Yeah, see. So that's a bushing for that, depending on your shaft size, and then this one right here is a different bushing again for a different shaft size. So we're going to go with none of those and none of that. Let's go put on a new blade. Picked up a spark plug while I was out, so let's put a spark plug and a new blade in it. We'll go from there. So it's already starting to get warm today. And you would think, when I say warm, you would think it'd be August or July or even September in Ohio when I say warm. Or even mid-80s. No, we're the 3rd or 4th of October right now. And it's going to be in the mid-80s. So, it's warm. Granted, it's not 90, but it's still warm. So, I'm going to set you down here. We'll get this all set up. So again, here's what this piece right here. Oh, can't see that? Nope. Right there we go. So these two right here will match up. It's not as small here where this curve is at, but this will still work up there. So this again, counterclockwise rotation. Put her up like so. Oh, that's probably because see what happens when I tighten the bolt down. I think that is the pulley for the rear drive on this thing. So let's go ahead and put that on. Yeah, see how far that goes up in there? I think that'll stop that slop. If that slop was there without the pulleys on it, I would be super incredibly concerned. So let's get this bolt pulled up on there. Let's see what we got. Oh yeah. So this bolt holds this onto the crank. This bolt and piece holds all this on the crank, and it keeps that from sliding in and out. So, don't know if you can see it very well. There's a little gap right there. What I'm going to do is tighten this down so that gap disappears. We got clearance all the way around. So yeah, where did the ugga go? It's right here behind me. Alright. That should be a little tighter. She needs to go. So underneath is cleaned out. Blade is on. Oh, it's hitting that. It's hitting the jacks. They got this up on a jack stand. You can't see that very well off that. So all right, let's see what's going to take change of oil. All right, so walking around this thing, not finding any way to really just drain the oil. So must have to tip it upside down and push it out this thing. Where you fill it up, just have to turn it on its side and let her drain. So I'll go get a drain pan and we'll get that started. Here's her spark plug for a lawnmower that runs like as often as hard as these things do. Never tuned up, never done anything to. That is a good looking spark plug. Here's the new one. I'm gonna hold on to this one because it still looks pretty good. But for peace of mind, we'll put a new one in and we'll take it from there. So we'll just go ahead and just put this on in there. Can you see it? There it is. It just slides in there. Yeah, you may see something that I just saw. There's a little nick in the wire right here. We're going to get something to cover that. It's not lost spark, but it is into the case. So we're going to get something just to put around that. I'll probably just grab a little piece of hose. Just a piece of rubber hose, 3/8, and cut it down. Just cut it down the center and then wrap it around. I'll show it to you here when I get it done. So what I'm looking at here is, as some of you may have seen, there's a nick in the wire right here. So what I'm going to do, take this, just put that around there like so, and then that'll go up in. Come on, work with me here. There it goes. Now go up in, we'll put that there. Sorry, put that there. There. So now, instead of it rubbing up against here and chafing more and having to buy a coil, because you usually can't just change out this wire, you have to buy a whole coil, and that's probably 80, 100 bucks for these mowers nowadays. Yeah, now it's just covered, it's protected here, so it's not chafing on this plastic anymore or anywhere up inside. It doesn't have to worry about arcing anywhere, so it should run fine. Yeah, we'll get her started and see what goes from there. Blade, oil, spark plug. New air filter. The owner put a new air filter in it, so here we go. Not much grass to cut, we've been in a drought. Sounding good? There we go. Done. Tell her it's done. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. Yeah, that's all I got. You don't have to if you don't want to. But anyway, I'm out. Peace.